So a final question before we let you go, Nickey. You've been great with your time. Just the situation with Glen and Kilmacud. You know, we've seen an objection lodged, we've seen appeal, counter appeal, and so on. As a former GAA president, how do you see this finishing out?
Well, obviously, Kilmacud are going to, I'd imagine, will appeal. They'll appeal it on the basis. I don't know. I'm speculating here now, by the way. I have no contact with anybody, but I imagine they'll appeal it on the basis that they did nothing wrong. When they were entering the subs in on the field, they did so on the basis of permission for the fourth official. So they will argue that case that they were not told on the day they were doing anything wrong. The referee did not indicate during the game did nothing wrong. And my understanding is there's nothing about the incident in the referee's report. So therefore, they will appeal on that basis. How will that go? I'm not sure. It may very well then be rejected and they'll take the case to the DRA. That brings in the element of significant legal advice, which will probably be there anyway, about looking at the anomalies in the GAA rule book, and who knows what might come out of that. It's unlike I'm only going on what I'm hearing, but I'm not sure there's any appetite to replay the game. And while the GAA might very well end up formally fixing the game, I'm not certain it's going to be played. But I think we have to wait and see how the Kilmacud their own objection or response to the decision of the GAA to replay the game. As I said, they will appeal that, and that's going to take a semi-legal route, in my view. Look, it's disappointing that it has got to this stage, but look, that's where we are, and and I know some people have been referring to how long it takes this process to take place, but I would point out that over the years that there's been the GAA has been kind of told, there's been counties have voted for a process of the current disciplinary process that's in place, where the referee sends in his report, a decision is made, the player can then look for a hearing, then they can look for an appeal, and then there can be the DRA. That process is something that was painstakingly gone through years ago, and I think it was pointed out at the time that this was always going to lengthen the process of getting to a final decision, and that's what we're seeing now. This process has a bit to go yet with this particular decision, and but it's what the GAA at large voted for, and if they want stuff to be expedited, then they need to talk about putting in a new system that can be done by perhaps a three-man commission, where their decision is final, and that decision can't be appealed by anybody.
Nickey, final question. Forget about precedent now for a second, or rules and things like that. If you were GAA president now, would you have liked to come out with on the Monday morning after and say, listen, a mistake has after been made here. Kilmacud Crokes had 16 players on the field. We are going to do X, Y, or Z. Would you like to, if you were GAA president now, to be in that position where you could do that?
You can't do that for the very simple reason that the referee's report has not been submitted. Nobody can. The referee's report was the first thing that had been submitted. But possibly, if there was any place the GAA could have done, was it probably needed to issue a statement and explain the process immediately that would happen. And not, there was a kind of a period of a blank period there where it might have been better had the GAA said, now this is what's going to happen here, and this is what the GAA rules state must happen. But there was no way the GAA president could turn around on Monday morning and said there's going to be a replay here. The president doesn't have that authority to do that. And also the GAA's concern was, and I said this on other programs as well, the GAA's concern was that if it couldn't unilaterally make a decision to replay the game, even though the television pictures clearly showed that there was a 16 player in the field. Because if that was the case and it made a decision there was a 16 player in the field, what happens, Michael, down to a junior hurling match or football match in Offaly if a club comes in and says there were 16 players on the field in a game in Offaly and they demand that it be a replay? Who is going to stand up? How is the evidence going to be gathered for that?
Now, I have to say, Nickey, I do think just because of how high profile this game is that it's a bit different than that, but I do take your point because this is high profile, Eyes of a Nation on an All-Ireland final in Croke Park, but I do take your point.
Yeah, I think the worry was it would set precedent. You're right. I mean, it was very obvious. I mean, the graphic that we're showing with the 16 players on the field, I mean, is all the proof you needed. But the question was whether from a Glen point of view, Malachy Rowe commented after the match and he thought that was it, done and dusted. And I mean, from a Glen point of view, what would I have if it was my club was involved? I have sympathy for them, but on the other hand, there's part of me saying, look, we lost the bloody thing. Let's get on and let's prepare for the championship in 2023. There would be part of me would say that, but I can sympathise with others having a different view as well.
Okay.